I'll be right there. I forgot to change my water. Right. Sorry about that. I'm here. Hey, the subject 23. Hey, let me know if you can hear and see everything, please, or anyone that's currently here. Hey, Hot Pockets, Lyra, Arctic Journals. Hello, hello. How is everyone today? Willer for oh, that's perfect. I can see you well. I'm trying a kind of a different lighting. It has stronger shadows in a way, but I think it's a bit easier to see, perhaps. If not, I can always like boot up the bigger light that's next to me. So this is the little drawing that I'm gonna be inking. I doodled this during the members only live stream. I just need to figure out which of the nibs that I want to use for it. Might go with the regular fine nib. This one here. A bit sick, but I'll survive. How about y'all? Oh, it isn't. And I am again waiting for mom shopping and sipping. Oh, iced chai latte. I have an iced chai latte as well. High five. It is a treat. It is so sweet. It is not absurdly hot here yet, but it's gonna hit us this week. Not particularly looking forward to it. I don't know if I need to shake the sink before using it. I think this is a bit more in frame. I love it. Mine's with chocolate syrup because I can't live. At least something chocolate. Mine is the Tazo brand you can buy in cartons. Much too warm here. Wow, everybody's melting except me. That's unusual. Atto and Auntie Patience and Colosmith. Hi guys. Hello. Oh, it's gonna be something inking with no warm-up. I'm gonna start with the stuff that it's not too bad if I mess it up a bit, like the backdrop, not the character. Everyone is warm, but not me. What's happening? Might just be because I'm further west. Finally had the guts to order Kagalowska by Da Vinci. Ooh! When are you supposed to receive it? Lower 30C in northern Germany. Do you guys have any kind of humidex factor or feels like? I am finally warm enough for the first time in almost a year. I've been on Manjaro and freezing, but today I don't feel the need to wear. Ooh! We've been debating changing out my fleece PJ. That's great! No humid. No, not humid extractor, just a humidity factor. Because over here, like when it's 26, it's gonna be. The humidex is going to be like, it feels like 33 because of the humidity, like the sauna effect. Oh, there's a Jackson sale on brushes. Is that it? That's dangerous. But we can switch from okay, but warm, 2 sauna. 2 sauna. Yeah, same here. 2 sauna. 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 2 There are some days in the summer where it hits like over 40 with the feels like temperature. It literally is the same effect like going outside. It feels exactly the same like when you're baking stuff and you open the oven door. It's the same kind of wall of heat that it's you. It's currently sauna in Wisconsin. 32 here, but it feels like 38 because yeah, that's the kind of stuff we get here too. It is. Oh, if it was not for that, you know, humidity thing, it would be so easier to tolerate. I feel like. But like it's so humid that you sweat because of the heat, but it doesn't cool you off. It's too humid. I don't do the heat well at all. So I'm sort of really appreciating today's temperature. Next week we're gonna have to roll out the portable AC. Jill, hello. It's nice to see you. If it isn't Ev back on the stream, well, hello you. How's the weather for you guys in BC? Here in Quebec, it's pretty balmy. Nice sun. About what, 25? Wind. Rain, so much rain. Oh no. Is it rain and heat? Because that's just so annoying. You're like, dang it. Oh yeah, the heat dome is gonna hit us tomorrow. No, Monday. Monday. We're enjoying a few days of cool and damp, which have been a nice relief. Oh, so you're probably somewhat close to me, right, Jill? Because of that's kind of the kind of weather we have here right now, which is like the calm before the storm in a way. Just the smoothest, no wind, rain. Oh, that's nice though, because when it's windy and rainy, I mean, it's awesome to look at, but you can't go out with an umbrella. Or, I mean, you can, but it's not going to be fun. Alright, let's try and tackle the little cat character. Oh, you're on the West Coast. Oh, dang it. Okay, okay, okay. I'm on the East Coast. Santa brought me a new toy today. Brothers Cannon Cut. I've just made my first stencil from... Ooh! That sounds awesome! Did you check for the pink brush Arctic Journals? It's one of those big quills too. I think Lena, the other Lena, has done videos about it. So I got myself a red sketching pencil recently. I have it when to sketch watercolor. Oh, interesting. I've been doing good with the decluttering thing, so not particularly tempted to buy stuff right now. Yeah, the pretty pink one. Yeah. Yeah, I checked, but for now we think to try this one and see if it how it feels. Oh yeah, sure. The pink one is really nice. I think it's quite big though. Hey, quick question: is it normal for dry watercolors to just peel on flakes? What kind of dry watercolor you mean, in the pan or just like your mixes on the mixing area? Because on the mixing area it happens even with metal palettes. It's more a matter of the paint itself than the material in which you put it. Oh, I'm tempted to buy new watercolor. Which ones? Still waiting for the Roman small tubes. Not a fan of pans. I prefer pans, I think. It's just a whole lot more stable, you know. It won't separate, it won't oxidize weird. Well, I mean, less chances of that happening anyway. Winsor Newton Professional and Schmincke. Ooh, lovely. Oh, that explains it, thanks. Yeah, it happens a lot. I've had it with any kind of paint. The thing is the longer you leave the dry puddles on the palette, the more there's a chance that they're gonna flake off. And yeah, it's really a question of like the type of pigment, the paint. It can happen on any surface. And me, hi! Plus I wouldn't mind some Roman Schmaltz. I mean, who wouldn't? I like pans too more. Plus they're basically, yeah, that too. For self-mixing convenience paints. Yeah, I can see that, but at the same time... Oh, thank you so much, Amy! I sketched it out during this week's members-only live stream. It was a bit funny because for a chunk of it, like, it was just me. I don't have a lot of members, and I understand that people are busy, you know, so that's fine, but it was just so weird because I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? Am I supposed to like ramble so that there's some sort of commentary while people possibly watch the VOD, or... Took me a moment to adjust. I was like, oh, perhaps I should prepare like something to ramble about if I'm just on the off chance that it's a bit quiet again, you know. Alright, so I'm gonna set this aside to dry for now. I'm gonna dunk the nib in water. Of course, it's not inking if you don't end up with ink on your fingers. I watched Margot Halak's Roman Schmaltz videos about the colors he sent her in 2023, and I want all of them now. Pans are like candies. Yeah, they're the forbidden candy. Sorry, I missed. Oh, it's okay, Otto. It was just, it's not an issue. It was just a bit odd because it was like, oh wait, I've never really had to deal with that before. So how am I supposed to do this? Always a good idea to cap your ink when you're done, guys. All right, I'm gonna, while the ink dries, I'm gonna finish this one. I'm gonna have a sip of my iced chai. Oh, Dan, hello. Long time no see. See, the thing about mixing convenience paints yourself is that they're only temporarily convenient, because if you want to, let's say you finish your pan, chances are the one you will mix will not be exactly the same as the one you had before. At least if I purchase it from Roman Schmal, it should be the same, because I'm hoping that his method is a bit more organized, you know? Brush. Paints. Paints would help. Ah, wind. I love wind. Wind is my best friend. Ato, do you want to ask your weekly question? The only brand I will try to replicate the convenience colors is the one that shall not be named. Because I am not buying their paints if I can help it. No leaf blower at the moment, no. Cars, possibly. Or the wind is just nature's wind. The good kind of wind. For everyone, what was the best thing you ate this week? Oh, that's a good question. What's the best thing I ate this week? I don't think there was anything particularly remarkable for myself anyway. Oh, that was a... You need a new one. I understand why you were able to, you know, use it for so long. It is a great quality brush. I love it. It's just the perfect ratio of, you know, a capacity at holding water, and then the springiness, and then the point and the size. This is the size 2. And I have a bunch of other sizes too, but yeah, this is top notch. Blueberry muffin with a hot milk. Oh, fresh blueberry muffin. Ice cream. Ooh, yeah, that's the default for the hot weather. Sandwiches, charcuterie boards, ice cream. For those that can do it, barbecue outside. BBQ sauce ribs. Ooh, fancy. On the barbecue? Like double barbecue. Ultra dark chocolate with fleur de sel ice cream. How dark? What percentage of darkness? Ah, pancakes and bacon. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. What do you put on the pancakes? Oh, chicken taquitos with salsa. Yeah, of course, fresh baked muffins. I'm sorry. I mean, I was hoping so, because we all know that fresh baked is clearly superior. At some point I will be going back home to Ukraine and already planned a visit to my favorite art store. We'll be buying a bunch of roses stream. Call them in advance, like let them know. Let them know. Okay, so I'm gonna be by on that date. Make sure you have an extra box of brushes set aside for me. You know? But I mean, almost black, so almost 100%. That's a punch in the face kind of chocolate. So about that, I'm never taking you to that cafe. Did they give you a sirop poteau? I mean, I don't mind if you put like honey or butter or jam or whatever on. I was just curious because I wouldn't expect you to get maple syrup from a cafe in Edinburgh. So that's why I was asking. I'm wondering what they put in its place. Avocado sandwich. Oh, yummy. No, we don't have an actual BBQ. That makes them in the oven. Oh, yeah, that's good. Not necessarily doable in the summer, but delicious nonetheless. Man, I haven't had ribs in ages. I just don't have the patience for them. They call it maple bacon, but it is clearly golden syrup. No, I don't mind that. Golden syrup is quite nice. However, it would enrage you. I would have to you know, taste it and then be annoying about it, I guess. Why not call it caramelized bacon, though? Why call it maple? Oh, I will. I'm pretty sure I will be able to send to you. Plus, I definitely will be getting more. Yeah, you're gonna pay like what? Such a good price for the rosa paints. They're so nice. They're really, really nice. So I'm still working on that swatching video, and guess what? Swatching videos are really long, especially when you swatch like 90 colors. So part 1 will be out tomorrow. Yeah, it's just hardcore. And I think, I mean, I'll see. It's gonna be in 3 parts, I think. And I might make like a super edit where I basically just combine all 3 videos. I don't know if people will want to watch a super long video of me rambling about paint swatches. But I couldn't, I mean, it's not a lot of extra work, you know. %, I would guess. Tastes amazing. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's good. It's chocolate chop. Oh, dude. I have no idea. It is a lot of work. I think that's perfectly normal in other areas of YouTube. Yeah, I've seen it a lot for people who kind of quote unquote tell stories, like any kind of stuff. Like the ones I've watched that I can pull out of my head at the moment are stories about like Everest climbs. where someone would combine multiple videos into one, but you could still also watch every single video separately. I know that I like the super long videos personally, because I can set them up as background noise and then go about my other tasks without having to come back to find a new one. But I don't know just how much of a common thing that is. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Oh my gosh. No pressure at all. They're a bit more than $1. Yeah, but they're gonna be much more expensive, much more affordable, than here. I want those 10 new ones plus my usual Payne's Grey and Indigo, because I'm running out of them. Yeah. I really quite like the quinacridone gold. It is very different, but also very unique. It doesn't have the allure of other quinacridone gold hues that we've seen, but it's a really interesting and kind of unique color. People probably won't watch the whole thing, but when they want to find a particular one, the long video. That's true. And I can... Oh, dude, can you imagine having to redo all the timestamps, though? I've loved to watch Denise Sudden's endless watching videos. I need to perhaps do a bit of research to see how people do these. I remember how Natasha Newton does hers. But yeah. Like what kind of editing, what kind of shots, what they show, how they go about it. That's true, that's a good point, Otto. Yeah, if you want a particular color, you won't know in which video section it's going to be. So the full video is going to be perhaps easier to scruff through. Scruff? Anyway, go through. I will watch it. I'm on an art supply budget right now, so can't buy new supplies. Really tempted to buy rosa pans and brushes. Oh, it's the kind of thing that if you are tempted to get them, like, it's kind of like prepare for them in a way. I love watching videos and sketchbook tours. Yeah, sketchbook tours. That's another one that's a bit odd to do. Thought of that too. Rosa is Queen Gold, and I will definitely try it. So far, my favorite too is the Roman Schmal one too. I agree. I have quite a few spares because of the discontinued pigment in the mix, but the Rosa one is really different. It's a bit more of a like a golden ochre kind of color rather than a Queen Gold kind of color. I prefer swatching vids broken up into sections. The long ones are hard for me to commit to as I want to see all the colors, so I can't play them in the background. Oh! Okay, no, I mean, that's all valuable feedback, so there's really an incentive to have both, I guess. They have editors, that's how they do it. I'm my own editor, see? That said, I will watch long videos that just take me several sessions to get through. What's a good length for sectioned videos, out of curiosity? Not just Jill, if anyone has an opinion on this, I would love to know. Give me a sec. Sorry. Oh, Otto. It was the ones that have been my love since start, but I'm biased being Ukrainian. I mean, you're fortunate that it's it's also good, like. I like the rose one too. Nice to mix with, but less glow. Yeah, it has less of that acid glow of the PY150 in there. It's so different, sorry, editing my own videos versus someone else's video. I prefer videos under 30 minutes personally, and that's about how long I sit. Okay, noted. Do I have a Sharpie? Sharpie's a pen, right? I watched 2-hour streams that I miss, so I can basically, okay. It's a bit weird to not have the cat with me today. Oh, she was so cozy last week. It was so cute. I like long ones as well as shorter ones, as I tend to paint while watching. So okay, cool. I mean, that's all super, all valuable feedback. I apologize for the people yelling outside. Got an interesting idea for painting now. It all comes to how long. Can you have to write it down or sketch it out just so you don't forget. Went for my longest ride of bike ride of the summer yesterday so far, and it's so easy to forget that you kind of have to break your butt in for every biking session every year. Dang bike seats. The Grundle is not happy. Well, that was bothering me for... Okay, good. Yeah, the seats are not ideal. You can't... I don't see how you could have, like, a really comfy seat for biking, because if you get something more cushiony or bigger, you lose a lot of the mobility required to work the pedals, you know. But oof, it always takes a few sessions to like kill all the nerve endings, and then you're good for the summer. since I saw that video on using new color choose, now I'm doing it. Oh. Otto, do you still sometimes do some biking? Or less these days? At the moment, I'm still trying to sort of de-influence myself of doing anything but watercolor and perhaps ink, like line and ink, line and wash. Yeah, line and wash. Sometimes infrequent enough that I got. Oh no! No! Oh no! Dang it! It's like you feel fine and then you like sit on a specific chair or you try to sit on the bike again and your body's like good one. You forgot about this, did you? And you're like, oh no, oh, getting on the bike like day 2 of like the second session. Oh, my butt. No wonder professional bikers use a chamois, like the padded pants. In the end, your bum hurts. Yeah. Yeah, you have to do it enough days in a row and regularly enough that you kind of build the resistance to it. And it doesn't hurt. After a while, it doesn't hurt anymore. But yeah, in the... Oh, hey, Sean, speaking of biking. Hello. I'm discovering mixed media for myself these days. It's kind of fun to be getting out of the box. Yeah, I feel like that's a cycle. Like, I had a moment where I wanted to try everything. And then I tried a bunch of things. And, yeah, I kind of always come back to this. And like I said, with the decluttering I've been doing, like, so many supplies that don't get used. And I don't have the space for them. And, like, you sort of end up losing money, quote unquote. So it's a bit of a deterrent to all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you're in the try a bunch of stuff phase, that's also super fun when it happens. Here's my main inspiration from mixed media. Yep. I have commitment issues. Hey, sketches and scrubs. Hey, I didn't see you up there. Hi. I feel like I need to declutter, but also love all my supplies too much to let them go. Yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act. You have to sort of do the maths between the supplies, the space, how often you use them, how much you like them, and all that. And once you've sort of mathed out all of these factors, you might reach a point where you go like, okay, I can keep everything, I'm going to start it this way, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Or you can reach another kind of end result of being like, okay, well, I'm gonna see about rehoming all of this stuff because I don't use it and I need the space, you know. Can't afford too much art supplies. So that's perfect. I feel like that's sort of the I mean, for me, I'm speaking from my point of view, but I feel like that's the more balanced take on this whole thing. And I mean, these are great paints. Holbein, you can do a lot with them, so. Man, that iced tea is not kidding. Sorry. I love mixed media and cycle through different supplies. Yeah, that's perfectly good, perfectly fine. I feel like that's the first question, like looking at the whole stash of stuff and asking oneself, like, do I use all of these? Yes or no? Hope I'm not awesome, and as much as I may have, nothing beats using the favorites. Oh, seriously. Budget constraints force you to work with what you've got. It constraints are very good. I kind of like having them personally because it brings you to thinking outside the box and to problem solve, and it I feel like it's more difficult, but it's also more gratifying than like just purchasing a solution, you know. I almost want to buy a barrel of yellow ochre pigment because I go through so much in all medium. You'd have to get like smaller barrels of each binder though. For me, it's Nicola's yellow, quin magenta, and ultramarine blue. Ooh, that's bright. At least yellow ochre is always a series 1 paint. It's not like your go-to is like a cobalt paint that costs an arm and a leg. That's why I'm still only considering buying new paints. I want to use up at least my very first palette, so I can get a shiny new one. Oh, sorry. It's Rosa Gallery sketches there. Ooh, 24 full pans. That's a lot of paint. That's so much paint. This finishing supplies new levels. Seriously, it's like reaching, you know, the people in the makeup world that are always excited to reach pan, which basically means you've gone through the makeup and you see the bottom of the container or the pan. I mean, the same would apply to watercolor, wouldn't it? I've been challenging myself to simply do more art instead of... Yeah, that's also a good way to shift focus. Never use nickel azo, I like my cheap yellow mud. The main difference between the yellow mud and the nickel azo yellow is that the nickel azo yellow tends to be transparent, like very transparent, and the mud can vary, you know, but usually the mud is a bit more opaque. I'm a big fan of the yellow mud too, so I get it. I have that toothpaste-sized tube of yellow ochre from Holbein. The Holbein yellow ochre is really pretty. It's a beautiful hue. The new blue, the Yinmin blue? Can you imagine how ludicrous it would be to have a bucket of Yinmin blue pigment? What? What are you supposed to do with that? Hitting pan is a watercolor challenge too. So green with phthalo green. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful mix. If we're talking ochre, I grew to love rosa golden ochre. The thing that annoys me with yellow ochre is when sets try to have like, oh, a transparent yellow ochre instead of good old yellow ochre, because it has such a weaker tinting strength and it's like it doesn't re-wet well. Like, can I get the, like Sean says, the yellow mud, please? That's what I want, and I want the PBR 7 burnt sienna. So can we do this? Can I get the mud and the other mud, please? And I'm calling these muds because they're iron oxides. They're basically mud. Like you go outside in the rain and you have mud, and that's paint, more or less. The only one I am hitting pan quite often is Payne's Gray. Oh, interesting. What do you use it for? I feel like I'm kind of done with this one. I'm gonna have to do some highlights, but later. I use up Payne's Gray as well because I do value study. Yeah, it's a good color for that. I've only used the Hydrus one in watercolor and I don't like it. That's the liquid watercolor one, right? What didn't you like about it? What was wrong with it? Alright, let's check on the this one. I wonder where Lana is tonight. Oh, that's a good question. You might try summoning. Try a summoning spell for Lana. Maybe she's forgotten, or perhaps they have family. I need an eraser. Oh, you do not have the right to do that. Oh, that's not good. grabbing my Rosa reference spreadsheet too. I was also, perhaps you heard, but I was telling my eraser that it doesn't have the right to do the thing where, you know, some erasers reach a point where they stick to plastic things. I don't know why they do that, but it was stuck to one of my pencils, and yeah, no, it doesn't have the right to do that. Cakes, breads, hiking, Dante, knitting socks like fatness. Hold on, what else? I think you wow, you're good at the summoning spell thing. Yeah, sorry, it was just the eraser. I'm gonna have to make sure I put this one in a spot where it's not in contact with any plastic, because I am not having an eraser mess up my pencils. No way. I'm sorry. I mean, it is serious, right? You can have your eraser mess up your favorite pencil. I'm kidding. Okay, so a yellow ochre from Rosa, golden ochre. Oh yeah, it's pretty. And the Payne's Gray. I don't use Payne's Gray a lot because, for me, the blue cast of it is not my go-to. I tend to go to warmer cast to my neutral. Like, I prefer a warm neutral than a cold neutral. And this Payne's Gray is always a cold color. Why not make a new sleeve? I could, I guess. I kind of always lose the sleeve for the erasers, and they're a bit annoying. But I'm gonna have to for this one because it's being a butt and it's starting to melt on things. I have something nearby that I can... Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. A plastic melt is a serious thing. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? We've all forgotten an eraser somewhere, and then when you sort of find it again, quote unquote, everything is glued to it, and you try to separate the items, and everything that's not the eraser is messed up, and something has melted. Is that a good or a bad thing, Otto? The carbon yellow here. I'm not sure with that reaction. Hey, Wallflower, hi! I sometimes uses Rosa's Indanthrine Gray instead of Payne's Gray. It's even more blue! No! Does anyone make a black yellow? A yellow black? That's not too granulating, I guess. I collect some toys and plastic melt makes me cry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember I recently had to dig up a box of, like, mementos from when I was a baby. And, ooh, the plastic melt, let me tell you. And the thing is you don't expect it. Like, you never expect anything to go this off. But yeah, this is the Queen Gold, for those who were curious. It's kind of a more, quote-unquote, flat orange. And it's beautiful. But it's unlike every other Queen Gold hue that I've seen. See, golden brown there. Love that color. Well, let me find it. Oh, here. Yeah. What is it? What is it? Oh, interesting. What I find the most interesting, to be honest, is that both of these have the super strong, like, almost black granulation in them. And they don't use PBK 11. They don't use Mars Black. I don't think Rosa has any Mars Black anywhere. At least not on these. That's by Rosa. Sending a message when Dr. Otto uses witchcraft. A good old summoning spell. Yeah, that's it. It's very different, and it looks really like orangey even more on camera, but it's like a really beautiful slightly muted orange, but also very glowy. What's in it? PY 151, PY 42, and PR 264. So it doesn't have any nickel as a gold in it. That's why it's not like punch in the face acid. Pretty but different, yeah, basically. I also really like the raw sienna because it's not patchy. Most raw sienna tend to be really patchy, and I just hate it. Hate it. Hate it. This one is nice and smooth, and it seems to have a good tinting strength, and it is a mix of two pigment, but that's okay, I'll forgive it. Same with the umber here. A nice umber that is not patchy. All the raw something paints, they tend to be really, really patchy. I just can't do it. On camera it reminds... Yeah, it does. It does. I'm probably gonna go over this one, I guess, in the third part of my swatching video. So not there yet, but we'll get there, Do I see a core? Yep, that's a core mini palette. Quite a... Okay, I need to make a sleeve for this guy. Oh, give me a sec. I have a bag of scrap papers that I keep here, and I often use them for when I need protectors in my sketchbook, like protector pages. I have a bunch of various papers here that I kept. That might work. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. This one. Isn't it? It is a cute paper. I think I got it. I must have bought something that was from Japan. And I think they sent it with this wrapper. I think, and Otto might be able to call me on my BS, but my theory, my working theory, is that places like Daiso have sheets of wrapping paper that you can buy sort of by the sheet. Because I've seen it a lot when buying things from Japan, that they would send in these really fun wrapping sheets. And they're always the same size, and they have all sorts of patterns. And I think that was one of them that I kept. There. Makeshift, but... Sorry. I just read chat. Hold on. Let me go back a bit. Our replacement for Queen Gold is Schmincke. But it's not very Queen Goldy, it's too red. It's very orangey. Orangey? Dennis Smith have a decade worth left, so I don't think they have made any replacement yet. I forgot DS existed for a minute. That's the thing that killed me. And then Otto's, I think we all like to forget Daniel Smith exists. Sorry. Alright. Let's go with that. You just have to be careful to not have the protruding part in contact with plastic, but this should be a bit easier to do. Sorry. Italy whole video I swatched out Crinkle Dice colors that I have, and they are all really nice and pretty similar. Cool. Well, they are produced super locally by me, so I'm still using them as long as I don't have to pay shipping. Yeah. And you support a local business. I mean, that's good. It's not the fault of all the employees that their CEO is a butt rag. Yes, you can get wrapping sheets from Daiso. Also, a lot of places will gift wrap. Yeah, and there are videos of that, and it's just mind-blowing. Like the art form that is paper wrapping. Oh, it's so mesmerizing. But I freaking refuse to put the word genuine on any of my pens. Oh, Elizabeth! Hi! Hello. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat a bit. The issue with... Okay, just to... Long story short... Oh no, then I see something that I forgot to ink. Crap. Long story short, a couple of years ago, there was a big kerfuffle with Daniel Smith, and basically their CEO was super rude to someone, like to an expert in their field, their respective field, and they were really rude to them for no reason. And they sort of never really proved that the Primatech color really use 100% quote-unquote pure gemstone in the paints. And people are starting to have doubts because like the reality of it versus their claim, it doesn't match up. And instead of trying to sort of either be honest about it, the CEO keeps on trying to gaslight people about it. And that struck a nerve with quite a few people, me included, Otto too, and Dan, and a few others. And yeah, it's like you can do things for marketing because basically it is still a business, right? But you shouldn't really treat people condescendingly or like poop. That's where I draw the line. Like, I don't mind that you write some woo-woo BS description for you quote-unquote genuine Primatech paints, like, oh, it uses this is magic stone and blah 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 blah. Fine, do it, but don't insult me, don't insult other people who are far more knowledgeable in this stuff, this really specific part of it. When I forget to ink something, I use a fine liner because it's black too and it's dries super quickly and I don't have to reset everything. I take the ink out. Yeah, they lied to us. That's the thing. they gaslight us because we go to them in, you know, what I would consider a respectful manner to inquire about stuff that doesn't add up. And instead of like addressing us like we're on the same level, they really talk to us like we're stupid. I can do that. Very elitist, which is synonymous with very yucky. No matter the hustle with DS, I do love their Lunar Blue and Moon Glow. They're so cool for painting. Yeah, I mean, the Daniel's paint myth. Sure, okay. The Daniel Smith paints on their own, they're great. They're beautiful paints. And it's such a huge range of paints. It's unbelievable. But oh my gosh, the behavior of the CEO. Oh, thank you, Jill. If they were pure, I mean, they're already super expensive, aren't they? I just don't really gel with DS paints. They don't fit. You have so many other options, and there's so many other paints out there that you can choose from that will probably be a better fit for you, so. No, I mean, it's fine to use them. The paints have done nothing wrong, but I find it difficult. Like, I wouldn't be necessarily able to buy Daniel Smith paint right now. If I had it, and I used it, well, I mean, fine. But I couldn't bring myself to buy any new one now. Not until they do something about the way they come across on a human level, you know. They're beautiful Primatech colors, and the issue is not the paints themselves, it's all the marketing around them and the price point, to be honest, because the issue came when the researcher did a test where they're a pigment researcher. They're one of the best in what they do, and they put a bit of I think it was the Amazonite, quote unquote genuine, under a specific microscope kind of thing. And looking at the composition of the paint, they saw discrepancies in the composition of the paint versus what to expect if a paint is indeed made from genuine Amazonite. So that's what they brought to Daniel Smith, and they were like, oh, hey, can you explain why this paint, when I look at it up close, like insanely up close, I noticed element that would belong more in like a phthalo green pigment rather than genuine Amazonite that you say is just pure Amazonite. And basically their reply was just to dismiss and discredit the researcher. They didn't address anything. They tried to BS something about like the fact that the stone they use, whatever. It was some BS. Like he would try to explain it with his rock specimens. And yeah, this was kind of the trigger point too, that a lot of people, like, it was the thing that made the math works, the math of their observation and experiences with the paints. Because like, and even I did that. When I saw the Primatech colors, I was super impressed because I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then I started making my own paint. And one of the first thing that I got, and it was a mistake, but I didn't know that then, is I got some garnet powder, like garnet quote-unquote pigment, because I wanted to replicate that color. I wanted to see if it was possible. And I realized two things. First of all, garnet is hella hard. It is not really mulable by hand. You can't do anything with that. And also, what little work I was able to get done with them gave me a gray paint. And that's when it all added up that, yeah, if you take a semi-precious stone and you grind it up, you don't end up with a really strong color. You end up with a less strong color because of the nature of it, the way it's gonna become sort of more dusty, because you split up the color. Like, it's hard to explain. I'm not good at this, but basically it doesn't work like that. So when you go back to Primatech with that in mind, and you look at a color like what they call their Amethyst Genuine, there's no possible way that this is just amethyst in there. It's impossible. It's just not possible. First of all, the purple is stronger than any amethyst stone I've ever seen. So that's already something a bit unreal. And then if you take a crystal like amethyst and you grind it up, you end up with a slightly purplish gray powder. You don't end up with a bright purple, deeply pigmented color. So something doesn't add up, right? And instead of coming clean and saying like, oh yeah, hypothetically, we supplement our Primatech colors with a bit of pigment to make the colors more interesting to use. And we will disclose that on the wrappers. That would have been perfect. Everybody would have been, okay, thank you. We want, transparency here. We don't necessarily want the paints to be 100% amethyst, but just be transparent about it. Like, don't lie to me. The paints are great, and everyone else who works there is, I'm sure, great. However, the CEO, he doesn't pass the vibe. He doesn't pass the vibe check. Since I discovered handmade watercolor paints for myself, I've been doomed. Oh, hey, Galgos Berlin, hi. That's the joke of the phthalo mines. Yeah, the phthalo green mines was born, and I think the joke of the phthalo green mines also. Did it come from their flowery description of the paint too? Yeah, that's the thing. The phthalo colors are made in labs, and at somewhere, I think it was in their flowery text for one of the colors using phthalo green. They kind of claim that it came from a mine somewhere, and that's just not the thing. That they claim that the expert wasn't using the industry standard test for identifying gemstones. She was using the correct ones. How do I know? Because I went to that university, studied in that department, and it is the first thing they teach you to do. And that test you. Mine was sodite and a green pigment. That's when I twigged. Yeah. We all have our moment where we went, huh, wait a minute. That doesn't add up. I think it's just a way to squeeze more. It is, definitely. But oh my gosh, can you just be transparent about it? I will save up and give you my hard-earned money if you're transparent about your shenanigans, Their Mayan blue has no Mayans in it. No, but they I don't know if they've changed it, but at some point their blurb, their very flowery description of the Mayan blue color was nonsense as well. Like it mentioned something that is not coherent with the way you make Mayan blue. Amazonite, that's the one I tried to make. Yeah, it doesn't turn out green, does it? Like when you see all the work that was required to get ultramarine blue ages ago from genuine lapis lazuli, all the cleaning up, sorting out process to get just the blue thing. There's no way they're gonna put that kind of work into getting a purple from amethyst, so something doesn't add up. Yeah, though there's Sleeping Beauty turquoise genuine, but that won't be replaced. Yeah, it is expensive, that's the other thing. Yeah, some of their mining locations were closed for decades. Yeah, they probably got the last stock of the pigment because... And yeah, I don't know. It just... Another thing for me that was kind of a deal breaker moment was the price hike these paints took over, about 8-10 years? It might be a fair amount of time, but still, like, when I first started my YouTube channel, a Series 1 Daniel Smith paint here in Quebec, Canada, cost $12 for a 15 ml tube. Now it's close to $20 for a Series 1 15 ml tubes. I don't earn significant. I don't earn like more money. Like salary hasn't followed that up, and I can't bring myself to pay $20 for a tube of a Series 1 paint. You know, like that's silly. I need water. I've always lived in Quebec. It's the name of the province. I think DS is overrated, overpriced, and has way too much market share that they can afford to be. Yeah, that's also something that doesn't vibe with me. The way they went, oh, we purchased all of the PO 48 pigment that was left. I'm like, rude! Montreal is a city. Montreal is within Quebec. Quebec is also a city, but it's also the province. Jill, you would think that if they closed up the store, the prices would not increase, you know? Like, you don't have a physical location to keep on paying for, so it shouldn't be more expensive, right? Just gonna say they were being they were. And then, like, it's there's a lot of other little things that irked me. So I was like, you know what? I don't need Daniel Smith necessarily. Like, if someone tells me that that's all they have access to, or that's what they like to use, no issue with the paints. The paints are good. They're great paints. The issue is elsewhere. But you cannot buy from them directly, so I have to go through. That's so silly. That's silly. Like, I mean, they could have just, like, redone have like a pickup counter. You buy directly from the factory. What's the point of being local to them? How's the food in Quebec? It's amazing. We are the land of the poutine. Yeah, Grace used to go to this store a lot. Alright, I'm trying to figure out, oh yeah, that's the thing, hold on, I need to grab a different sheet. Where is it? Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Nope. Ah, there it is. So, I've used a lot of my Masha's paints for my other doodles, but for this one, I have some kind of rocks and plants, so I thought I was going to use the Schmincke granulating colors instead, because they have a whole lot more options for rocks. So I need to sort this out. Poutine! Poutine. I'll have to If it's possible, Arctic Journal, can you send me the name on Discord or something? I want to check them out later. If I would share what they sell here as poutine, I think someone would question the dish. I mean, have you heard about the Quebec poutine? Because good luck finding something weirder. Poutine! It's the food I wish I could try, poutine. Poutine! Sorry. I think when I hit my target weight, I'm gonna say... Oh, yeah, you have access to good ones. So, Otto is fortunate enough that for some weird, obscure reason, there are... I don't know if they're still there, but there are two restaurants, cafes, places in Edinburgh that have genuine Quebec-style food. One has Quebec-style bagels, which is amazing, and the other one has genuine poutine with the squeaky cheese. I think. Otto will correct me if I misremember something, but I'm impressed. I'm floored. Like, amazing. Like, there's some of my brethrens in Edinburgh. I haven't yet found cheese curds in the UK. You can sort of get away with it if you have access to like freshly made cheddar cheese that has not been refrigerated, because the fresh cheddar cheese that's not been refrigerated would be squeaky too, and you need the squeaky cheese to have poutine. If you can find that, then you can make a poutine, because for the rest you need what you guys call chips and then a gravy, like a brown gravy, which are, you know, fairly easy to find in the UK, I would assume. Last time I had this Germanish poutine. I've never had poutine. It is gluten-free. Sorry. Just had a snack. Farmer's market sourdough. Oh, that sounds amazing. Chips with cheese and gravy. I would. Yeah, that's it. Chips or French fries, depending on where you live. Fresh cheese curds, or if not possible, fresh cheddar that's squeaky. And gravy. Warm, of course. All of it warm. My local poutine shop offers mushroom poutine with mozzarella cheese. Thank you so much, Arctic Journal. Thank you. Although the Quebec bagel place had a whole lot of drama and then went bust. No! Oh, that's a shame. I'm glad that the poutine place is still going, though. I mean, it has a formula that you think would please the people of Edinburgh when you think about it. Like, a place that has a history of eating fish and chip cannot be too far mentally from accepting the concept of poutine, right? Alright, which stone gray do I want to use? And also green parts of my trees, and then my plant, and then the ground, and then the backdrop. Okay, not urban gray. Not this one. But I mean, even locally here, a lot of places where here will have a poutine on the menu, and it might be like a sort of fusion kind of poutine. There's a Middle Eastern place we like to go to. They kind of have a sort of quote unquote Middle Eastern poutine, which is French fries or chips, lamb, I think. Yeah, lamb. It's like stewed lamb, so it's really like a bit like shredded lamb, and the sauce with the seasonings, and they have cheese, but I don't think the cheese is always squeaky. I can ask Guillaume. Quand tu prends la poutine au lait, Est-ce que le fromage est squeaky?
Quand je prends la poutine,
Au Alep?
me semble pas.
Ok, c'est ce que je pensais. Merci. So yeah, not all places will necessarily have the fresh from the day squeaky cheese, which is a crime. Laura! Hey, nice to see you. Let me see. Oh, that's awesome! Spent the entire earlier part of my day. Oh, that's great! How did he do? Did he like it? Poutine is stupid easy to make. Truly. It's not there's absolutely no difficulty in the process of making it. It's being able to source the right ingredients for it. That's where the issue mostly stand. I'm looking at all my swatches to find a good rock color that I want to use. I'm thinking that this one might work for me. Desert gray. Yep, I think I'm going to move with this one. And then perhaps Shire Blue for the evergreens, because I like when my evergreens are a bit bluish. And then for the plants, I could probably go with the forest green. And I have options if I want something a bit more bright too. Let's try that. Let's go with that. I feel hungry now. That's a side effect of these live streams. So I said the desert gray. Where is it? Volcano. That's this one. That's one. Then I said Shire Blue. It's gotta be this one. Yes. And forest green. No. Yep. He loved it. The program is under runs this amazing aquatic center where they specialize giving. Oh, that's really awesome. Oh, that's cool. It was a wonderful time meeting other parents too. Oh, that's great. That's lovely. Drove home very happy, and now I get to play with my Da Vinci paints because my What is kiddo doing now? After a good swimming session, I wouldn't be surprised if they were taking like a nap or something. It's kind of what happens with swimming. Like it's super fun and you kind of move around a lot, but you don't really feel like it because you're in water, so like you don't really sweat. But then when you're done and you take a breather, like that's when the sort of crash happens. And you probably know that too, but make sure kiddo drinks a lot of water because the pool water can be super dehydrating. Oh, not AJ. He's still playing with his iPad. Fair enough. And I was surprised at how much water. Yeah, it's super dehydrating, which makes no like it's not a direct thing you can observe because you're like you don't feel like you've sweat and you've been in the water, but the fact that it's either most of the time it's either salt water in the sea or pool water, it still dehydrates you because of the the osmosis and all that, and the exercising too. Like you still sweat even if you don't like see it visibly. And drinking any pool water or sea water doesn't count. It's not exactly refreshing or hydrating. He's happy now. He's 9, turning 10. Ooh! So he's able to independently play for about... That's awesome. 10! Wow! Turning into the double digits. Oh, I need a color for the ground too, but I think desert yellow will necessarily quickly do this. Oh, the tundra orange is also super pretty. Fudge. Alright. Yeah, I think this one is gonna win. Nope, not the good one. Is it this one? Nope. Dang it. I might need my little chart, Apparently you can make squeaky cheese curds. Yeah, it's not that difficult to do, truly. Because you basically just have milk, curdle it. I think there's some part of the process you have to heat it up. And then you filter out the chunks. And that's basically that. It's more hassle than I ever want to go through. And also, I mean, I can get cheese curds so easily here, so it's kind of not worth the hassle. But if I didn't have access to it, I mean, I can't eat it either, so it is the one cheese that I still like feel sad that I cannot eat. All the other cheese I'm good. I've made my peace with, but cheese curds, oh, that's extra hard. It'll be cheaper than flying to Canada. I mean, you would swear from the look of these paints that I'm not using granulating colors. I am. How many cheese curds does the recipe make? I'm having a weird moment where I suddenly reminded myself that I was like, oh yeah, there was a brief anecdote that I wanted to share with you guys. But then I was like, oh wait, I can't remember what the anecdote is. And I'm like, oh, does that mean that it's something that like I dreamed? Like I dreamed I wanted to share an anecdote with you guys. And the anecdote was like dream stuff that happened in the dream, and now I'm awake, I think, and I can't remember any of it. Or was it really something? I don't know. These are the most of these are all of these are Schmincke, and mostly the Schmincke's granulating colors, because they've come up with a lot of blues and greens and browns and grays, and I really like using these for when I draw like woodland scenery or stuff like that, because I can go to the greens for all the vegetation, and then I have a lot of options for all the wood and the rocks and the sky. I can go to all the blues, or if there's water I can go to that too. So I really like these for that. Whereas colors that are a bit more unique, like Masha's, I feel like they're better for like effects or backgrounds or whatever you want, truly. No, it's not. You can easily figure out how many drops of rennet will fill a 1/4 teaspoon. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit surprising that that is the smallest possible. I mean, if it's 4 cups, I would agree with you that it's the smallest possible batch. You underestimate. No, you weren't trying to use irony. Pretty much. You gotta make sure you pair the cheese curds with some fiber or something, because otherwise your digestive tract is not gonna be friendly. But yeah, I mean, 4 cups of cheese curds, definitely. They're squeaky when you make them, but you can still keep them in the fridge for a few days, and they won't be squeaky all that much anymore, but they'll still be delicious. And if you microwave them just a bit, they're really, really good too. Yeah, those Masha's watercolor look amazing. More colors I don't need, but definitely want. Yep. I think everyone has that sort of section on their list of supplies to get at some point. You have an area that's for the, necessary stuff that you use all the time. Then you have the stuff that's like the basics. And then there's the stuff you don't really need but you want. My barrel of yellow ochre belongs in all three categories. Do you have a favorite maker for your yellow mud, depending on the medium, Sean? Like, do you have a favorite acrylic, yellow ochre, favorite watercolor? What blue? Oh, Yinmin blue. That's the sort of quote-unquote latest pigment discovered. It's a mix of 3 chemicals. It's yttrium, indium, and manganese, I think. And it's a really beautiful, deep granulating blue. But it is expensive. Like, stupidly so. And there's not really any company that makes it on an sort of like it's I don't think it's part of anyone's permanent production. Yeah, for watercolor, unfortunately, I prefer Daniel's. What blasphemy! I was wowed by the core. Hold on. I have it here. My precious. Should we swatch the precious? I think we should swatch the precious. Let's see how well it re-wets. It's been in this little dish for a good while. Where do I have? I have this. Sure, why not? Oh, that's nice. Ah, it's beautiful. Sorry. I get so easily excited by oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey. It eventually worked. So yeah, I think this is cores. And this was a very, very generous gift from Otto that I cherish because it is beautiful, and as a formula it is amazing because it re-wets no problem. Perhaps because it is in a ceramic dish. That's something that I've noticed. Remember, M. Graham has that cobalt violet color that dries as hard as a rock. Well, I had some of that color in a metal palette, and it never hardened. It was perfectly usable, even if the tube it was from became a solid rock. So I don't know if it's the case with Yinmin. Perhaps it thrives in this little ceramic dish. It's happy. But, oh, precious, beautiful blue. I love it. Yeah, Kremer's is a expensive blue brick. Not for really, just felt more like a more granulating cobalt, but it's so pretty. Oh, sorry about that, Lena. I hope you're not here under duress or something. Happy little ceramic dish, seriously. In opaque medium, I really like the Blue Ridge yellow ochre. There's lots more expensive from cars in Europe, but I've liked them less. There's so many hue variations for those pigments, it's mind-blowing. cornflower blue. A bit, but a bit like if you mixed cornflower with ultramarine blue a bit, I think would be a good way to describe it. I was out today, got home late. Was it a good walk? No. Sorry. That's so funny. Like, we had a big talk about how warm it was everywhere earlier, and now Dan is like, has Germany cooled down now? And Lana replies just, nope. Sorry. It's not funny that it's out, it's just the perfect delivery. I haven't tried any yellow ochres I didn't like though, to be honest. Really? What about the transparent ones? I tend to be bothered with them because they're weak and patchy. What I like of yellow ochre is that it's an easy to re-wet, strong color, even if it's a bit opaque. So when you end up with a transparent yellow ochre, it's like the opposite of that. Like, this is not the qualities that I am looking for in my yellow ochre paints. The whack was great, it's cooler now, and I saw so many stars. And a bunny! We saw a bunny the other day while we were biking. It crossed the street to go from their residential side to a park. Bunnies! Baby bunnies! Wah. Baby fox! Oh my gosh! It's 104 degrees. Oh. I mean, that's kind of what you would expect for... What is that in non-freedom units? Sorry. It's warm AF. That's what it is. I can't figure out the freedom units. If only the ratio to Celsius was even. But there's no logic. I think both are zero at, like, there's zero line up, but then everything else is not on the same scale. So, oh, 40 Celsius. Oh my gosh. I hope you have AC or fans or something. Gee. That's what amazes me here in Wisconsin. Bunnies, quail, foxes, deer. Yeah, here we've seen the thing is we have a lot of parks throughout, so like I haven't really seen like foxes here really, but we've seen them at some parks. In the city we see a lot of skunks, raccoons, squirrels, of course, cats, feral cats, because of course, turkeys. Geese. And then if you go in the parks, you will see duck. There's a park that has a turtle nearby, bunnies, coyotes apparently. And yeah, it's just a bit... do Canada use freedom unit or sensible unit? There's a whole infographic about it. Because Canada... at least Quebec, I cannot say for the rest of the country, but we went about it in a really inconsistent way. Like temperature. Are you measuring outside temperature? Yes, Celsius. Is it the temperature of a pool or of the oven? Yes, that's going to be Fahrenheit. Like we uses cups for baking, but then milliliters. It's just like there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just whatever. Celsius makes sense to me because yeah, that's the whole point. That's why they're the sort of the sensible unit. Because there's a logic to it, right? But with Fahrenheit, you don't really get that. 50 Celsius! Almost 100. Wow! Yeah, the freaking living in a sauna swamp or something. I mean, I live in the desert. Is it? Okay, I know that's the annoying question everyone asks, but how dry is it when it's 40 Celsius? We were looking up ticket prices to go. Oh, the UK do weird things sometimes too. Thank you, Otto. Thank you for putting in the image. It's really the best way to sum it up because everything on that infographic is absolutely true. Like, I don't know why we went about it in such a confusing way. It's probably from being a bit of in between things in terms of like for Quebec, we're French technically, but also surrounded by everything like English or American. So then the Sonoran Desert. Ooh. I mean, that sounds cool. Because like I don't have any personal life experience of that, but I feel like when it is super hot, if it's dry, at least you can cool yourself off from sweating, you know. When it's super duper hot and super duper humid, you're just screwed. There's like nothing you can do to really cool yourself off except perhaps sit in a fan. Although we're poor in art shops. Well, I mean, you have CAS art. I'll have to look it up, Sean. I love the visuals of deserts. With the Roman Herod. When it's dry, it's not that bad. I was born at the south of Ukraine because... Oh, 50. Oh, you were talking to Lena. Oops. Cassart is British, but they only ship to the UK, Ireland, Scotland, all of that. All of that. I'm not. My geography is on holiday. Geography brain is not there. Please leave a message. Glasgow. Home of Mugwai. Glasgow. My ancestors are from Scotland, but I've never been. Are you in any part red-haired? Very north part. I was waiting for Otto to explode about the Vincent episode. You're blonde. Well, fair enough. That accounts. With dudes, oftentimes the red hair gene pops up in the beard. Yeah, my beard has some red in it for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I know of any dude that does not have some red in their beard. You know how people keep saying, like, oh, the red hair gene is gonna disappear? And nah, it's just gonna be dormant in everyone until the odds come out that all those recessive red hair gene combine to make a huge wave of red haired people. My other half is from Western Germany. So a lot of European ancestry. I don't think I have any red in my beard. You have it on your head, though. I don't know where exactly, though, because it was called Prussia. Ooh. Hold on. Guillaume. La Prusse, c'était quoi? C'est quoi maintenant?
L'Allemagne, une partie de l'Allemagne.
Partie d'Allemagne. Il n'y a pas d'autre façon de déterminer que ça. Juste off the top of your head, t'as pas besoin de chercher.
Non. Ben, curieux, mais c'est... Non, ça fait partie de l'Allemagne.
Ok. Yeah, husband's beard is fully ginger. Yeah, that's the thing. It's so funny. Prussia is now North Poland. Huh.
A German state.
I'm looking, it says Rhineland-Pfalz, Prussia. I don't know where that is. My mom's side is from a part of Germany too. That I don't know if it's part of Germany or France now. It's been contested a lot. And my dad is from Quebec. I mean, technically, I think everyone that's from Quebec to some extent is can trace roots back to France because that's kind of where we came from. But yeah. Still the same in German. Alsace. Lothringen. East Prussia is now Polish. I have no idea. I've never been to Germany. I've never been to... My parents have gone. Well, my mom's mostly has gone many times. They never thought to bring the kids. Yeah. What can you do? Lothringen now French. So did they say Lothringen? I want to visit Svalbard. It has many upsides and it has one main downside, which is that it doesn't allow cats. You can't have cats on Svalbard, but if it wasn't for that, they have some really cool Gothic churches. Yeah. Would you be able to handle the cold then? My mom is from a Danish family with French roots. And my dad is from Greece. Ooh, that's a fun mix. Yeah, you can have dogs, but you can't have cats. Because dogs, well, I don't know if they allow every type of dog. I think it's somewhat controlled, but they don't allow cats because cats are such a menace to ecosystems, like birds, little rodents and all of that. And it's protected on Svalbard, so you can't have cats. There's still a few cats on the island, but they're in the Russian settlements, and like they didn't bring them there on purpose. Like either someone snuck them in, or they've been there for a really long time, and when they will eventually pass, they won't bring in more cats. Svalbard. Yeah, I went to Sweden and visited family. I liked it a lot. It was really cold and dark. Oh, that sounds great. What I like of oh, I'm having a massive brain fart. Norway, I think, is that it's right next to Scotland. You just have to cross the water. So in Norway, you can go to Svalbard, and then you can also go to Scotland. So I think that's a plan. I think it's unfair to accept dog and not cats. Yeah, but I can see why. It's to do, yeah. Like in the summer, you cannot. The only thing you can do on the permafrost is walk. You cannot bike. You like not necessarily a motorbike. You cannot like a human-powered bike. Your regular bicycle. You cannot do that on the permafrost. Or the ground. You know, it's protected. In the winter, when there's snow covering everything, then you can use snowmobiles. But in the summer, you have to use the streets or be on foot. Well, that's that retirement dream down the tubes. Also, if your retirement dream was to go to Svalbard, you can't really go there for retirement. They kind of don't let you live there if you kind of don't have a purpose there somewhat. It's really odd. Like if you are not completely autonomous, you can't really just stay there. It's complicated and it's weird, but yeah. If they also get caught outside, they do not survive. The cats? I mean, they survive here in the winter. Not that it's easy, but at least there's a lot less cars in Svalbard. The only weather I can deal with is the near deep. Oh yeah, dude. Here in Australia we have cats, even though the wildlife here is protected. But we have strict cat curfew laws? How do you manage that? Like, what about the feral cats? Oh no! Oh my gosh, Lena, that's awful. Eep. Yeah, you better keep your cats indoors. Oh my gosh, or have a leash or something. Oh, my playlist has thrown "Carry On, My Wayward Son" in my in my ears, and now I'm full of supernatural thoughts. Feral cat. Oh, dude. Oof, that's rough. Ooh. I mean, I can see why, but oof. They didn't ask for it. I think we need a new topic. I'm not big on the you know, shooting feral cat thing. So, what's your favorite color? Okay, let's branch out to something else. The Baltic seems underrated. I'm using Rosa Stream brushes. They're kind of like a synthetic squirrel. They're really nice. Really, really nice. Favorite colors? Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Dan. Freaking troll. Favorite color in paint? It's a tough question because I don't think there's a single color that I don't like. But if I have to pick just one... Oh, that's a tough question. I think the first one that comes to mind is cobalt teal. I don't know why. I don't necessarily like things to be teal, but as a paint, it's amazing. I just love it. Indigo, ooh! Is Rosa's Indigo your favorite version of this color? Cadmium and light vermilion. Oh yeah. Yeah. The genuine or the hue one? It's such a pretty red. Oh, and if you had only one color to use forever? That's a difficult question because I have to fight with myself on whether I want a color that can be used for everything or if I really want like a color just because it's pretty. Because if it's a color like that you do everything with, I think my instinct is to go for a really dark color like indigo or perylene green. Because you have the wide range of values in there. Thank you so much for being here, Otto. Oh, I should. Oh my gosh, I'm 30 minutes past. Okay, I'm just noodling anyway. I gotta take a break. Really tough question. But if I had to pick a color just because I like it, that's difficult too because it changes. I like vermilion hues, just very warm red, scarlet. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you there. Those are fun. I like those, and then I like having a pinkish magenta. Like with mixes, you can go so far with these colors. I'm guessing you probably like the Zorn palette, Sean. In oil, it's titanium white, yellow ochre, cadmium red, and ivory black. Didn't realize it was this late either. Yeah. Well, thank you so much guys for being here. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. Though we gotta be more mindful of the shooting cats kind of topic because not big on that. Yeah, so there's gonna be a video tomorrow and then members only stream on Thursday and everyone stream on next Saturday if everything goes according to plan. So see you soon, and in the meantime you guys know about the Discord, so see ya in there, and I hope you have a great weekend and a great week, and take care guys. Bye bye.